Batman Earth 1 Volume 1 is written by Jeff Johns with illustrations by Gary Frank. Now, Earth 1 is a 2012 graphic novel that is a retelling slash reimagining of Bruce Wayne's epic quest to become the Dark Knight of Gotham City. Now, you probably noticed I said this was published in 2012 and you're wondering why I'm doing a review now. Well, Earth 1 Volume 2 has been released as of last month. I've read it, I've done my review on it, so I thought I'd do my review on Earth 1 Volume 1. So here you go. So like I said, Batman Earth 1 Volume 1 is a reimagining and a retelling of the Dark Knight's origin story. It hasn't strayed away too far from the mythology, but some things have been changed, and in my opinion, they really work. Most notably, some of the characters and the mythology of the actual characters, and one that really stands out is Alfred Pennyworth. As we all know, Alfred Pennyworth has been with the Wayne family since cocky was an egg. That's an Australian saying. Don't ask me how it came about. Alfred's been by Bruce's side since he was a baby. But in this incarnation, Alfred was actually in the special services with Thomas Wayne, Bruce Wayne's father. Thomas and Alfred do have a history together, but that's only in the special forces, nothing else. We actually see in Batman Earth 1 that Thomas Wayne is actually up for the role of mayor in Gotham. He's received some death threats, so he calls in his good friend Alfred Pennyworth from the special forces as his security and muscle. That just sounds really weird because it's Alfred. Cups of tea, sweet old English gent. Oh no, this Alfred will kick the living shit out of you. He is a tough old fucker that would rip your head off and shit in your neck. And of course, the night that Alfred does show up after many years of not seeing Thomas, Thomas is taking his family out to the theater. I wonder what's going to happen. Now, we all know the basic story that Thomas and Martha Wayne tried to have their jewelry robbed from them and then they were shot right in front of Bruce. But in this incarnation, Bruce is actually taken hostage by one of the thugs and demands everything to be handed over. They don't, there's a struggle, and then shots are fired. Little bit of tweaking, but I kind of like that idea that they take their only child hostage. It just makes this story a lot more heavier. Believe me, it gets heavy. Now, when Alfred learns that Bruce is going to be sent to an orphanage if he doesn't take him, because he is the legal guardian, he has no choice but to take on the role. There's a funny little line where Bruce says to Alfred, "Who are you?" Alfred's got no idea, so he just says, "I'm your butler." And there you go. So as the years pass, Bruce grows more angry. He actually gets Alfred to train him in combat. So again, they've changed the mythology. No going away to train with the League of Shadows and come back to Gotham. He's simply getting Alfred to train him with all the combat that Alfred has learned. Again, I dig the idea. And then when Bruce reaches his mid-20s, he dons the batsuit, goes out and attempts to kick some ass. And that's where the comic starts off. You see Bruce, he's rusty, he's young, he's amateur, he's cocky, as most of us 20-something-year-old guys are. But you see the batsuit he's wearing and it's just, he's just wearing combat boots, a typical utility belt, there's no armor, nothing. So he's getting wrecked, jumping off all these rooftops, falling off rooftops, and failing to catch the bad guy. And I love seeing that in this graphic novel because you see where he starts out. He's cocky, he thinks he knows everything, he thinks he knows the world, but he doesn't. In the back of your head, you know where he's going to end up. You know how he's going to be the ultimate fighting machine. But for now, it's amazing to see where it all started. Now, with this review of Volume 1 and also Volume 2, I'm not going to go into too much detail because, trust me, I could go on and on. I just want to give you guys a brief idea of the story and some of the changes, not all the changes, and my thoughts on both graphic novels. Now, we do have some flashback scenes. We do see when Bruce is in his teenage years and he befriends Jessica Dent, sister of Harvey Dent. Now, these two become quite an item, but Harvey does not like this one bit, and we actually see Harvey Dent bullying Bruce Wayne in this graphic novel. So again, their paths cross, and that's something I didn't expect. I liked it quite a lot. I thought it was quite ingenious. Now, the main villain in this graphic novel is the Penguin and a few other characters, but the Penguin has actually become mayor of Gotham City. And they did. What I love about this incarnation of the Penguin is they never call him the Penguin. They always refer to him as Mayor Cobblepot, Oswald Cobblepot. The only time they refer to him as the Penguin is when they say he's going to go wash his penguin suit. But the guy looks so disgusting and he's perverted and he's just gross. Disgusting. The story does seem to be straying away from the basic mythology of Batman, but it still maintains all the politics and the corruption going on in Gotham, and it works really well with the rest of the story and the universe. And I honestly thought the dialogue the whole way through was superbly written and it fitted well with the story. It flowed well and it made you nervous every time you turned a page. You're like, what the hell's gonna happen? So it was pretty much like this. Oh no. And when you're reading through this graphic novel and you're seeing the amazing illustrations on these panels, it plays out like a movie. Every shot is perfectly framed. And in the back of your head, you're lining this up as a feature film. You think, I could definitely see this translating onto the big screen. And to me, that is a very big plus. And the very last page and ending of this graphic novel leaves you hanging and wanting more. But that's it. I won't give it away, but it sets up a new villain for Volume 2. If you guys have read Volume 1, you know what I'm talking about. And I will address it in Volume 2. So if you haven't read Volume 1, go read it. Now, I bought this graphic novel about a year after it came out when I was actually in New York. I bought it at Midtown Comics and I read it and I was dumbfounded. Completely caught me off guard. I was not expecting such a great little story with great dialogue and character development. So guys, Batman Earth 1 Volume 1 is an absolutely fantastic read. Trust me, get a bag of chips, some beers, your graphic novel, and you're set. Because I'm drunk, man. I'll let you know my thoughts on what I thought of Volume 2. I can't wait for the rest of the series. Put it that way. So with that, I'm gonna give Batman Earth 1 Volume 1 5 geeks out of 5. So if you guys have read Batman Earth 1 Volume 1, please drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts. Did you like the way they changed the mythology or no? As always, thanks very much for your continuing support, and until next time, geeks, always remember, cosplayers do it best.